And then once you've got yourself settled, adding some extra height for your head if you need to, so that the head doesn't fall back. And letting your legs comfortably fall open, just tucking your tailbone towards the heels a little. Your lower back is long. Relax your arms, palms upwards. Consciously begin the practice as well. So as well as physically getting into position and relaxing your physical body, also mentally start to feel you're drawing your attention in, away from whatever you've been doing or thinking of, whatever you've been mentally involved in. Now become mentally involved in the practice of Yin Yoga. A slowing down, a grounding, and an opportunity to release built up stress or tension in your body or your mind. So as you exhale, feel like you're letting that go, whatever tension or stress you might be carrying. Each exhale becomes a nice, natural, organic release. A wave of softness spreading over you. Because we're in the first pose, our mind might still get drawn into whatever it's been doing, not quite making that disconnect from the distractions. So each time you might notice your mind wandering, inhale as if you're casting a net that reaches out and captures the scattered mind, and exhale like you're drawing the net in, back into center, back into home, back into wholeness. Inhale, casting the net, gathering your mind's scattered thoughts, and exhale, drawing them into wholeness, drawing them into the present moment. Bring your knees in together and come up to sitting. Using the bolster, come down onto your back and have the bolster so it can go underneath the back of your pelvis. I'm just going to take my blanket over the top. It's a little chilly in here this evening. So when you come down onto your back, lift your hips up, pull the bolster in, and then straighten out your legs. The legs long and the bolster just underneath where it's comfortable. But I would suggest to have it more on the lower end of your spine, down towards your bottom. But most importantly, where it feels comfortable. And then your arms can either lay by your side or go overhead for a little bit more extension. Close your eyes. Stress can locate itself in different areas of the body. Let's think about the stress that gets tangled up and condensed in the abdomen and the hips, in front of your hips. So when you inhale, feel that area expanding, your abdomen, the front of your hips, gently expanding with the breath. And then when you exhale, tap back into that natural organic release. As your belly and your hips not contract but fall away with the exhalation. You want to emphasize exhaling right to the end, where there's space for you to really let go. So inhale, belly expands, filling that space with your breath. Exhale long and slow. Feel like any tension or stress from here draws out with the breath, right to the end of the exhale, where you pause, dropping deeper. And continue like that. So we've been here just over a minute. If you feel like it's a little intense, you can always come down to a lower level and just put a block or a folded blanket under there. Or adapt it by bending your legs and putting your feet flat on the floor so that the angle is a little more gentle in your spine. And then bring your feet in flat to the floor. Tilt the tailbone upwards toward the ceiling and slide the bolster out from behind so your bottom can land on the floor. And then just put your feet onto the bolster or flat on the floor if the bolster's been taken out to the side. So feet flat on the floor or bolster, and let your lower back settle. Feel a softness in your hips and your belly. And then you can use your bolster if you need it for a twist. We're going to twist to the right first of all. So have your bolster to the right if you're going to use it. A block would do as well. And then bring your knee, your bottom slightly off to the left. And your right leg straight. Bring your left knee in towards you. And take your knee across to the right. Landing your bent knee on the bolster if you're using one, or onto a block. Gaze to the ceiling or turn your gaze out to the left. And once you've got yourself in position, closing your eyes. Breathe as if there's a balloon in your left hip, and you're breathing to fill that balloon up. So that your left hip starts to stack more on top of your right hip. And your left hip nudges away from the left waist, creating length in your spine. On an inhale, come back up to center, placing your left foot flat on the floor. And then bending your right leg so both feet are flat, then move your bottom to the middle. Pause. Rest your hands on your belly. Your nose, your belly button and your knees all facing up to the sky. And shift your bottom slightly to the right. Straighten out your left leg. Bring your right knee in, holding it with your left hand as you take it across to the left. Right arm opens out. You can either keep your head in the center or turn toward the right arm. Breathe into your right hip and feel the right hip like a balloon inflating away from the waist. Higher up so it stacks more on top on the left of the left hip. Experience the effects of the twist internally. And with your exhales maybe going in a little deeper with the twist. No forcing or pulling, just letting time and your body's natural weight and release move you in deeper. Breathe in a relaxing way, but also in a way that keeps you connected to your body and the sensations, and also connecting you to any transformation, any changes and shifts that begin to occur as you hold the poses longer. Make your way back up to center, placing your right foot flat on the floor first. And then the left leg, foot flat on the floor. Move your bottom back to the center, rest your hands on your tummy, nose, belly button, and knees, all centrally aligned. Make your way up to sitting. Straighten your legs in front. Sit nice and tall. If you struggle to bend forwards at your hips, then raise your hips up on a block or even on your bolster. And then bend forwards over your legs. And if still nothing happens, no forward bend comes in, take your bolster underneath the back of your knees so you've got a little bit of a bend in your knees supported, and see if you can hinge forwards at the hips a little more easily. Pause for a few moments each time you meet a little resistance. And then when the resistance subsides, going deeper. So the first principle of Yin Yoga is to meet the edge. That's your resistance. The comfortable range of movement you have. And then next we become still. So we find the edge, we pause, find stillness until the edge moves, and then you move a little with it. But there's very little movement. Your movements are so small, it appears that you're remaining still. You try not to fidget or make too many adjustments just out of habit. And then principle 3 is to let time do its work. Just feeling yourself over the stretch of time in each pose, becoming more elastic. It might be that the intensity remains, but you'll probably find that your shape changes. And if you follow the principles, you probably find the shape changes that you're getting in deeper. Relax and use the net if you notice your mind wanders. And then inhale as you come up. Pause, sitting upright. Taking the spine the opposite way. So now with your bolster behind. So deeper option, have your bolster going across that way. And more supportive option, have your bolster going long ways. If you're going the deeper option, you might also have a block or a folded blanket handy in case you need it for your head. I'm going to bring that a few inches behind the pelvis. Soles of your feet coming together. Legs can go straight if soles of the feet together isn't comfortable. And then tuck your tailbone toward the heels and then lay your spine over the bolster. So you're either kind of repeating the first pose, or going deeper than the first pose with the bolster across the way like that, so that your head ends up coming to the floor or a block behind, arms overhead. Make any little adjustments you need to make, so then you can become still against each edge that presents itself. There might be less shifting in this position because it's more difficult to make maneuvers when we're arcing back like this. So make sure the position you've got yourself into is one you can tolerate. Maybe consider what it is you want to invite more of into your life. Do you want to invite in more love, more joy, more confidence? Whatever aspect it is. As you inhale, imagine you're opening up and inviting whatever it is that comes to mind. Whatever positive quality you're inviting in, draw it in with your inhale. And as you exhale, think of sending it to every cell, to every waveform of your energy. Maybe try sticking with the same thing so you can start to deeply embed that. Okay, hold your head, lift your head up first, and then make your way up the rest of the way carefully. And then cross the right shin in front of your left shin. We're not going to stay in this as a yin pose, just a 5-breath hip opener. So right shin crossed in front of left. And I've got a gap between my pelvis and the crossed legs. So in other words, try not to cross at your ankles and pull them right in. Step them a bit further away and cross at your shins. And then wriggle your waist long and bow forwards. You can place your hands on the floor, or you could lower onto your forearms. Breathe in 5. Out 5. 4. 3. 2. 1. 1. Inhale as you come up. Lean back a little, cross your left shin in front of right. Wriggle your waist long, flex your feet so your toes pull towards one another, and then bow forwards. Breathing in, breathing out. In 4, out 4, 3, 2, 1. Now make your way up. And cross your legs, taking your bolster underneath the back of your knees for Shavasana. Make sure you're warm enough, supported enough where you need to be supported. Feeling quite content as you lay back. Broaden the skin and muscles across your back so there's space. Tuck the chin slightly so the spine and the neck is long. Let a nice long exhale go. Feel yourself settling in deeply. And then become still. And enter the space of integration, where everything you've done settles in deeply and harmonizes. Body, mind, and breath. Then wriggle your fingers and your toes. Body a little shake. Bending your legs and pushing the bolster away. Making your way onto your side. When you're ready, up to sitting. And just finishing your practice once you're sitting, bowing in, aligning your head and your heart. Sit tall from your pelvis. Enjoy the after effects of your yin practice. Thank you very much. Namaste.